Okay. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done today, but I'm going to try to get a recording for a reaction and reading done. If you've already gotten this far in this series and you're excited about more and you haven't already subscribed, I'd recommend doing so. Because then, you get notifications on your phone whenever I upload. At least I hope so anyway, because they don't send out emails anymore. So I have no idea if people are actually getting notified of my stuff. So, let's continue. Gossip, the three heroes. Summon heroes! Those are words from a light novel my little sister got hooked on recently. I tried reading it myself to kill time, but the contents were trash. It was a hang on. Trying to put something down. It was a story of common students or salarymen getting summoned to another world and gaining cheat level powers. And they beat the Demon Lord, and in the process they gathered a harem. It made me want to snort and ask, what the hell is this? But right now we were just called to another world by a similar spell. It was me, Saito Kaito, and Ono Kanan, and Yoshida Ryo, who also go to my school, and some random salaryman. Okay, so all three of these people know each other. They go to the same school. Okay. Kanan, Ryo, and I recently became second years and were in the same class, and we get along pretty well. We all went the same direction going home as well, so we would leave school together. Today was the same. At the same crosswalk we always passed, waiting for the light to turn green while chatting with each other. There might have been a salaryman in a suit behind us. So they were all in the same area where they were summoned from. So they were all summoned from the same world, the same time period, the same location. So no wonder he was accidentally summoned. Then suddenly our surroundings shone brightly, and next thing we knew, we were here. Heroes, so said a smiling, pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl who was wearing a princess dress straight out of a fairy tale. We were standing in the middle of a circular magic formation, surrounded by men and women in robes. There were also armored knights standing flush against the wall of the room. It was exactly like the art from the light novel I borrowed from my little sister. This is a hero summoning. While it was still surprised and spaced out, the world is still turned without me and progressed. We were told that this really was a hero summoning like I suspected, and that there were supposed to be 3 of us summoned, but for some reason there were 4. Since there was a need to immediately confirm our statuses, an appraisal was held. So while I still wasn't sure what was going on, we were examined by an appraising magic tool. Okay, so I'm curious as to what is going to happen with these guys, because these guys, 1, know each other. 2, they were actually the heroes that were summoned. And 3, I wonder if they're going to actually realize that this place is corrupt, and they're going to get the fuck out of there. Because if I find out a place is corrupt, I'm not sticking around to find out what they're going to do with me. I'd get the fuck out of there. Name, Kaito Saito. Age, 17. Job, hero from another world. Level 1, HP 800, MP 769, Attack 772, Defense 759, Agility 746. Skills, Appraisal, Item Box, Holy Sword Arts, Fire Magic, Water Magic, Earth Magic, Wind Magic, Light Magic, Lightning Magic, Ice Magic. That was my status from the appraisal. I was a hero. Kanan and Ryo both had similar statuses and were also heroes. Looking at my status, it somehow really hit home that I was a hero. I made fun of the light novel that I borrowed from my little sister, but in reality, becoming a hero and getting acknowledged as such wasn't bad. Everyone respectfully called me hero. It kind of felt good. Neither Kanan, whatever, nor Ryo seemed too bothered by it either. Only the salaryman's job was victim from another world. I feel so bad for him. If I were in that situation, I would have felt bad for him because he got dragged into this thing without even a choice, other than they all did, but still. His status was also significantly lower than ours, and his only skills were appraisal and item box, which was guaranteed to summon heroes. Since he also had them even though he wasn't a hero, that meant that the skills were actually given to those summoned from another world. Not only that, but it looked like he had a unique skill, but it was online supermarket. I was like, what the heck is that? Good question, because at this point, none of them knew what that was. I mean, they all know what an online supermarket is from their world, but they don't know how the skill works here. We were summoned here to be heroes, so they must have wanted people with strong skills, but his was online supermarket. I could just die laughing. At any rate, we were able to confirm our status, so we went to have an audience with the king. Apparently, we were summoned because the Demon King was invading their lands and they were having trouble. And so they wanted us heroes to somehow save them. It also felt nice to be relied on by the king, who was the highest authority here. I'm fine with doing it, but what about Kanan and Rio? What should we do? I tried asking the two of them. Well, it's not like we have anywhere else to go, and if the Demon King knows the way back, then I think it's fine. I agree with I swear I'm gonna mess up this name so many fucking times, because I'm not good with this sort of thing. I keep on thinking it's canon, as in, canon, as in boom. Also, we have power, don't we? I want to use that power to help suffering people. When the three of us agreed, the king, the queen, the princess, and all the other important people were happy. It made me feel even more like a hero and raised my spirits. But apparently the salaryman was different. Seeing as how I'm not a hero, I'd only be causing everyone trouble by remaining here. Doing that would riddle me with guilt, so if I could just have enough money to live during the 2 or 3 months it would take for me to find employment, I'd like to leave and live on my own. Or so he said. But in reality, it might be better that way. With his status, he probably wouldn't be able to keep up with us. It doesn't seem like he'd be able to fight like that after all. I mean, yes, to be fair, yes. He's just another person, essentially. You wouldn't want to put him in the same situation that you guys are possibly going to be put in, because then you guys could handle it while he could easily be killed, Best to take his leave and get the fuck out of there. The salaryman took his leave, and Kanan, Rio, and I talked about the future. First, you need to get stronger, said the Knight Brigade leader. So to start off, we'll have you register as adventurers and do your best to level up. Excuse me. Thus, we were introduced to 3 of the most elite knights of the brigade. But man, I sure was surprised. I mean, I'm 180 centimeters tall myself, and my face isn't bad. I've even been told I look like I'm a Johnny's. Huh? A Johnny's? What the fuck is that? Can someone clarify for me, please? Kanan has upward slanting eyes, giving her a headstrong look, but with her strong facial features and long black hair, which complements her body type, she's a slender beauty. Even Rio's cute enough to have rumors about her, since she looks like a popular... Hang on. What do they look like? Hold on. I want to see that picture again. Oh, so it's 2 girls and a guy. Okay. I thought it was 2 guys and a girl. Dumb. Let's see. Okay, even Rio's cute enough to have rumors about her, since she looks like a currently popular idol, though she's a little short. That's why I was aware we were pretty good looking and popular, but these 3 were in another league. My name is Leonard Hume. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Leonard was taller than me, with silky blonde hair and green eyes. He was a picture of a princely, handsome guy. Rio was staring at Leonard with rapt attention and a red face. Oh, poor thing. Oh, dear Lord. I wonder when they're going to find out that all this is a lie, essentially, and that the Human King is causing problems for the demons, and not the other way around. She's fallen for him, hasn't she? Yep. I'm Aaron Palera. Pleased to meet you, heroes. Aaron was also taller than me, with fiery red locks and brown eyes. He was handsome in a wild way. This bastard just winked at Kanan, but it didn't look like Kanan hated it. My name is Louis Winkler, heroes. I will be in your care. The lone female knight, Louise. Louise was, how should I put it? I fell for her at first glance. Oh, no! They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. They gave them the most attractive people and gave them essentially the opposite of their genders, essentially. Essentially, instead of two females and 1 male, it's 2 females and 1 male. It's 2 males and 1 female. Of course, just to keep the heroes there. Of course! She was just like my beloved and admired Hollywood actresses. Around 165 centimeters in height, she was blonde-haired, blue-eyed, and slim, but with curves in all the right places. Her neatly cut golden hair went down to her shoulders, and her clear blue eyes and smart facial features were just like the Hollywood actresses I saw on the other side of the screen. When I thought of her right there within arm's reach, my heart fluttered. First we had to register as adventurers, but it was already looking like a fun journey. Oh, you sweet summer child. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Okay, so they haven't figured this out yet. They're just getting started on that. Okay, I wonder when they're gonna run. Because eventually they'll figure it out. They seem like smart kids. Or I would Hope that they're smart kids anyway. Chapter 6, Wyvern Attack. I headed to Lambert's store to hand him the stock for our test run. Marie greeted me as soon as I entered the store. Sir Makoto, I've been waiting. Oh, it looks like someone's excited. We've decided on 30 each for now, so I've got them here. Where should I put them? Then how about over here? There was a new shelf placed in the corner of Lambert's store, so they've already prepared a space. I asked my husband and got a shelf built immediately. I also started advertising to my friends already, so we should have some customers soon, maybe later today. So she already started advertising. For now, I left the merchandise on the shelf, and Marie lined them up properly. Yes, this is fine, Marie said, looking at the final placement of our products. Sir Makoto, please, this way. I followed Marie into the parlor. Lambert was waiting inside. Makoto, thank you for your quick shipment. This is the promised 84 gold, and this is your reimbursement for the hot bottles. Please make sure the amount is correct. Just like with the Black Serpent, he presented them to me in stacks of 10. I have certainly received the proper amount. I wanted to put them in my sand snake wallet, but it was already pretty full with the money from the Black Serpent yesterday, so I had no other choice. I put the money in one of the bags I bought to put soap in. Having finished business, Lambert accompanied me back to the store's entrance, but there were apparently already some customers here for the beauty products, and Marie was promptly receiving them. Both Lambert and I were surprised. You really can't underestimate a lady's information gathering abilities, can you? Indeed, Marie had said that she had advertised to her friends, but I didn't even imagine that they'd already line up to buy them. Please give my regards to Marie. If there's any trouble, just send a message to the inn and I'll come immediately. Saying that, I left Lambert's store behind. Now, what should I do? I don't have anything planned. Then why not go hunting? Fel, who was next to me, recommended hunting. I don't really feel like it. Well, I am free. I'm fine with it as long as you don't take me anywhere weird. What do you mean weird? Something like a goblin settlement. I didn't have any decent memories of goblins for reasons like suddenly being forced into a whole settlement of them. It is more strange that you were scared of weaklings such as goblins. Shut up, it's your fault. I've been traumatized. Your cowardice is to blame. Cowardice? Well, I hate to say it, but I can't deny that. Anyway, we can go hunting, but safety is the most important thing. I get it. I understand. Don't you dare laugh through your nose at me. Safety is important. Then let's head over to the Adventurers Guild and see what kind of requests we can take. And so we headed for the guild. When we entered the Adventurers Guild, one of the employees called out to us. Sir Makoto, yes? We have been told by the Guildmaster to show you to his room if you were to come, so please follow me. I followed the employee to the Guildmaster's room. Master Makoto has arrived. Got it, come in. When I entered, the Guildmaster was at his desk writing something on a sheet of paper. I'll finish soon, so just sit and wait, please. When I sat down in a chair, the Guildmaster promptly finished his paperwork and took a seat across from me. It looks like you took care of the bloody hornbills right away. I'm very thankful. No problem. Fel also wanted to eat the bloody hornbills himself. I shot a glance at Fel, who was lying down resting as I said that. I see. Even so, I'm thankful. Also, I finally finished talks with Earl Langridge. He's incredibly grateful as well. I mean, there's a mithril mine nearby involved after all. So here's the deal. He said that he would really like you to go over and meet him so he can express his gratitude. But I told him that you didn't really want to stand out. He tried to insist, but when I said you should have been told about this, it's the guy with the Fenrir, the Earl was pretty shaken. Well, he gave up after that, though, but still, he's really thankful to you. So that means that he won't be coming back with Earl Langridge in town or anything, right? Thank goodness. As for the reward, Earl Langridge put in some real effort. For the extermination of the mithril lizard, the discovery of a mithril mine, and the price for the mithril lizard's carcass, all told, you'll be getting 5,800 gold. How much is that again? Surely with that much money, he'll never have to work again if he keeps this up. Especially with Fel getting the meat and stuff. Even if he disregarded the money for the meat, or for the, killing, for all the quests he does, he'd still probably have enough money to last him for a good while, if not forever, if he plays his cards right. 5,800? Huh? That's weird. I thought I heard 5,800 gold, but have my ears gone bad or something? Did you just say 5,800 gold? Yeah, 5,800 gold. 5,800 gold. 5,800 gold. 5,800 gold. 5,800 gold? I understand you're surprised, but it just means what you did is worth that much. What I did? Fel did all that. It's a lot of money, so it'll be paid in large gold coins. So we'll be getting 580 large gold coins. I'm sorry, hang on. With the bags of gold, so they were put on the table. When I took a peek inside, I saw oversized gold coins that must have been the standard large gold coins. A gold coin was about as big as a 500 yen coin, but a large gold coin was, just as its name suggested, about 1.5 times bigger than a regular gold coin. How should I put this? It's a bit of a complicated feeling since I wasn't the one who earned this, but I'll take it. I want a bath after all. Wonder how much a bath would cost you, because we know that they're supposed to be for, like, nobility because, well, you need a place to put it, obviously. So, I am curious about that. I stored the bags with the gold inside them into my item box. Just as I finished storing the last one, a violent knocking sound occurred. Guildmaster, it's terrible! A flight of wyverns has appeared. So said the panicked employee when they were called into the Guildmaster's office. What do you mean by a flight of wyverns? From the Guildmaster's voice and expression, I could tell the situation was quite bad. The western plains were reopened, and a party of 6 beginner adventurers went there, and some wyverns suddenly appeared. The beginner adventurers somehow managed to escape with their lives by the skin of their teeth, but 2 of them are heavily injured. One of them isn't in danger of dying, but the other one was poisoned by them on top of having really bad wounds. There were reports of lone wyverns, so there were scouts, huh? They must have come for the bloody hornbills, but they'd already been exterminated and weren't there, so they went for the adventurers that were there instead. Shit. What? Huh? Should we not have killed those bloody hornbills? But it's already happened, so there's nothing to be done about it, I guess. Wait, so here wyverns have poison. I see. What happened to the antidote potions? Unfortunately, we're out of stock. Then what about high potions? High potions won't cure poison, but it should buy time until we can get some. We have a lot of mid potions, so we're somehow managing with those. Why the hell are we out of high and antidote potions when we actually need them? Sorry. Anyway, buy time with those mid potions. I have high potions. I took out the bottle with Sui's special high-grade potion in it. Thank goodness I decided to switch it over to this regular bottle for the plastic one I was using. I did so a while before when I found a bottle at the general store. I also had Sui make some mid-grade and low-grade potions while we were at it, and including those, I had 5 bottles of high-grade potion and 10 bottles each of mid and low-grade potions ready. Of course you'd have high-grade potions for personal use. Sorry, I will gladly make use of those. I'll make sure to pay you later. Saying that, the Guildmaster ran off with Sui's potion in his hand. The guild employee followed after him. There was no point in staying, so I followed as well. There was a crowd on the floor in front of the reception counter. Move! Move! The crowd parted in response to the Guildmaster's words. There was a blood-soaked man lying down in the center of the crowd. If I remember right, wyverns were poisoned, used them through a barb on the tail, right? The man was apparently stabbed by the barb in the stomach, and the blood just kept pouring out. Not only that, but the area around the wound had turned an ugly shade of violet. The Guildmaster poured Sui's special high-grade potion on the man's stomach wound. The man's wound visibly closed up where the potion was poured on him, and the skin that had changed colors also turned back to normal. What the heck? Both the wound and the poison are... Saying that, the Guildmaster looked at me as if he had something to say. No, could you not look at me like that, please? I purposely did not meet the Guildmaster's eyes and pretended like I wasn't there. There's no way I can explain anything with all these adventurers here. Well, it looks like this guy's fine. Let him rest on the first aid room. The Guildmaster gave orders to the staff members as he got up before calling out in a loud voice. Oi! You all know already that a flight of wyverns has appeared. Everybody C rank and above will have to go fight them. You don't get to refuse. This is an emergency quest from the guild. The adventurers that were in the room started making a fuss in response to the Guildmaster's words. Be quiet. I get that you're all hesitating because it's wyverns, but still you all must go. Otherwise, it'll only be a matter of time until they attack the town. Adventurers exist for just this kind of situation. Aren't you all adventurers? Then as adventurers, come together and save this town. Yeah! Whoa, they sure are fired up. Wait, huh? Did he say that C ranks and above can't refuse the quest? I'm a C rank! Wait, humans, said Fel, who'd been quiet up until now. Fel's voice resounded with mysterious clarity inside the Adventurers Guild. The place went dead quiet in an instant. I could hear faint whispers along the lines of, it's a Fenrir! And wait, wasn't it a Great Wolf? I shall finish off the flight of wyverns. What? What are you doing deciding that by yourself? Wait, Fel, what are you saying? Is it not fine? It will be good exercise. Also, wyvern meat is delicious. Did I not just tell you that? No, that's not the problem here. Hey, that human there. If I were to kill all the wyverns, they would become ours. Is that right? Fel asked, looking straight at the Guildmaster. Of course. The defeated wyverns go to those who defeated them. Also, if you kill them, there will be a reward. We just got a lot of money, dude! We don't need no more. Good. If that's the case, then we must hurry. I'll be able to fight well for the first time in a while. No, that's not it. No, you need to listen to other people more. Wait, no, of course this is not okay. Fight well. Please stop that. It's more likely the town will be destroyed because of you instead of the wyverns like this. Please just stop. Keep it in check. Master, are we fighting? But Sui will fight too. Even Sui crawled out of its bag and communicated that through telepathy. The adventurers who were being quiet and watching us started whispering amongst themselves, wait, is that a slime? And so he's got a slime as a familiar. You fools, Sui is a slime, but not even all of you together would be able to match it. Ooh. So he's saying that they're all together, all weaker than that slime. That's funny. When Fel said that, the place fell silent for a second time. Setting aside the fact that Fel just defended Sui, isn't it pretty much completely out in the open that Fel's a Fenrir now? Even though I've been trying so hard up until now to hide it. Well, since I got answers from above from this country, since assurances from above from this country, isn't it fine? Great, Fel, please save this town with your power. The Guildmaster bowed his head as he said that. Understood, I shall. Fel said, nodding. We'll be in your care, Makoto. Huh? Why are you including me, Guildmaster? Because you're you're Fel's master. He's your familiar. Of course they're going to defer to you. I think you guys all get it, but I say it again. Don't get any weird ideas about Fel and Makoto. This comes from the king as well. Anybody who does something uptoward won't be able to live in this country any longer. In that case, the guild won't help either. Huh? Eh? You're saying that now, Guildmaster? Hey, get on. What? We're going to kill the wyverns. No way, man. You go by yourself. I'll wait here. You fool. I'll be hungry after the exercise. I will not be able to eat if you are not around. What the heck? Is he telling me to go somewhere dangerous with him just for the sake of food? Stop whining and get on. Makoto, the town is in danger, please. Guildmaster, you trying to make me a sacrifice? You're gonna have a barrier around you, dude, so quit complaining. I know it's dangerous, but still. Hurry up. Fel headbutted me to hurry me up. Whoa, I just happened to fall on Fel's back. If you do not hold on properly, you will fall. Fuck, why is this happening to me? Without any other choice, I clung to Fel. While I was doing that, I could hear the other adventurers' voices. We're saved. Yeah, it's a flight of wyverns, you know. Even if everyone C-ranked or above here went over, half of them probably would have died. Are they really that dangerous? Then let us go. At those words, Fel ran off the western grasslands. Why is this happening to me? Poor Makoto. He just can't catch a break right now. We had just arrived at the western grasslands, which had turned into a danger zone due to a wyvern invasion. I really don't want to be here, though. No, I mean I really, truly did not want to come. Huh, so that's them? Flying around as if they own the place? 1, 2, 3, 4... There are 12 wyverns in total. They sure are big. Looking at their form while flying, they were less like wyverns and more like the pteranodons that appear in movies. Fel, will you really be alright? I think he'll be fine. What an awful cry. Wait, huh? Are those wyverns coming this way? So they are coming. What, huh? Are we being targeted? What do we do? Do not cower. It is fine. I have put up a barrier. No, even if you tell me that. Are we fighting those? So that says it jumped out of my bag. Sui, don't come out. That is correct, Sui. The huge things are flying, aren't they? I shall teach you how to hunt flying prey. Come with me. Sure. Wait, huh? Are you going? Actually, wait, no, don't go teaching Sui weird things. You wait here. Sui, let us be off. Yes. Wait! Fel took Sui with him to go after the wyverns without listening to me. The wyverns were aiming for us, gliding closer at low altitude. It looked like they would be attacking at any second. God damn it! Listen when people are talking! Fel and Sui were around 300 meters away, right underneath the wyverns. Listen closely, Sui. When trying to hunt flying targets, first go for either the head or the wings. If you hit the head, they die instantly, but the target is small, so the head is easy to miss. In those cases, go for the wings. Most things will fall to the ground if you hit their wings, and once they do, you can finish them off at your leisure. He must have switched to telepathy because I could hear Fel's voice in my head. Got it, the head of the wings, right? Sui will try it. Hey, wait, try? What are you planning to do? Sui? Is that a tentacle? Sui pointed a long and thin something from his body to the wyverns. And acid bullet, I'm assuming. Acid bullet on the wings. One of the flying wyverns fell. I missed. And I went for the head, too. Sui, did you just shoot an acid bullet from that tentacle? Are you a sniper or something? Probably. What did I just tell you? The head is small, so it's easy to miss. But still, that was a pretty good hit, it seems. It looks like you got the base of its wings. It will not be flying anymore. Yay! Sui was praised! Sui's gonna hit all of them. There! There! More and more wyverns fell out of the sky, struck by Sui's acid bullets. I cannot just let Sui take all the credit. I will be taking action as well. Saying that, Fel created rocks slightly larger than volleyballs and sent them flying, knocking down 3 wyverns. What the heck are those 2? I did think that both Fel and Sui were strong, but watching them take down one flying monster after another, I was feeling my sense of balance and common sense fade away. There, now all of them have been shot down. Yeah! Once that is done, we have to finish them off, but their meat is delicious. That is why you must try not to harm them too much. In that case, the most effective way is to cut off their heads, like this. And the head rolled away. Fel must have used wind magic. The wyvern's head came clean off and rolled around. Fel, have you suddenly become a guillotine? No, he's become more like the Grim Reaper. With, a wind scythe, essentially. That's what he's probably more like. Got it. Sui will try to do it like Uncle Fel. Those things have a little bit of magic resistance to them, so if you're going to use magic to cut off their heads, you will have to use a little more power than usual. Okay. Saying that, Sui approached the wyvern and swiftly removed its head. Did it use that water cutter? Yay, I did it! Indeed, that was a pretty good job. You have gotten the trick, Sui. Let's just finish the rest of them off. Yeah. The 2 of them removed the wyvern's head one after another. No hesitation, huh? I'm kind of feeling that my Sui's turning into another Fel. If this keeps going, won't it be called the legendary slime or something? No way. That won't happen. Definitely not. Sui will remain cute for all time. An even larger cry rang out along with an accompanying gust of wind. A single wyvern came down before me. Apparently there were 13 wyverns, not 12. Can I possibly be dead here? The wyvern whose friends were killed was incredibly mad, and understandably so. Hey, Fel, do something! And it's trying to essentially get to that barrier, essentially. The wyvern stabbed at me with its poison barb over and over again, but thanks to Fel's barrier, the barb didn't get through and I was saved. Huh? I waist gave out at the sight of the dauntless wyvern stabbing its barb at me over and over without giving up. So there was still one left. Die. All of a sudden, the wyvern lost its head right in front of me. Blood spurted out from its severed neck stump. The wyvern's body fell over sideways. Wow, Uncle Fel's strong! An excited Sui jumped all around the place. I'm saved. Really, you sure are loud. Is there something like a wyvern could ever pierce my barrier? Something like a wyvern? Huh. Something that big stabbing its poison barb at me is scary, Even with the barrier, yes, it is scary, but still. Don't let me in with someone like you. I had expected more out of this because they said there was a flight of wyverns, but it appears that it was only a small flight, I see. Sui was here as well, so it did not even count as exercise. 12 or 13 wyverns is a small flight to him. Wow, is there no end to Fel's strength? Now then, let's recover their bodies and go back. Not yet, not until we have eaten. Sui's also hungry and wants to eat. Of course this would be it in the end. Huh. Well, he did bring me all this way for food. Oh well, I guess I'll cook something. First I have to put away the wyvern bodies. Wait a minute. Sui, can you suck out all the blood from these wyvern carcasses? Sui was able to clean up an entire lake of blood from those bloody hornbills, so I think he'd be able to do that. Yeah, Sui can. Wyvern blood? What are you planning on doing? Fel asked dubiously. Draining the blood properly gets rid of the smell and makes sure there's less of a weird gamey taste in the meat, so it's more delicious. Oh, is that so? Sui, go suck out the blood. So you become like that the second I mention good meat, huh? Wow. Oh yeah, don't wyverns have poison? Will that poison affect the blood on meat? Or meat? The wyvern's poison is only in its tail barb, and the poison sac located somewhere in the tail proper, so as long as you're careful with that, it should be fine. There is no effect on its blood or meat. Is that so? Sui, apparently its poison sac is in the tail, so be careful. So can you go suck out the blood? Yeah, got it. Sui started shaking as it said that. Oh, are you going to become a big slime? So that means you're going to make your clones do it. Everyone, go suck out the blood of these monsters over there. Sui gave out the orders to its clones, and they all went for the wyverns and stuck themselves to the stump of the defeated monsters' necks in order to suck out the blood. The clear slimes gradually became redder and redder, and before long the slime slowly fell to the ground as they finished sucking out the wyvern's blood. Master, it's finished! Thanks, Sui. I threw all the blood-strained wyvern carcasses into my item box. I wonder what to do with the heads. But eventually I decided to bring them back just in case. I then thought to begin preparing food, but the area still reeked of blood. Sorry, Stewie, but can you also suck up all the wyvern blood left over in this area? Yeah, sure. The clone started sucking up the blood that had fallen to the ground as well. Oh, good, now it's clean and we can eat. Thanks, Stewie. I'll go and make something good, okay? Yay! Stewie wants to eat quickly. I want something good too. Yeah, I know. Now then, what should I make? I asked myself before coming to the conclusion. Eating that while it's freshly made under this blue sky would be awesome, so let's go with that. I'll be making a hamburg steak cutlet. Both Fel and Stewie had eaten some already through pre-prepared side dishes brought from my skill, but freshly fried ones were on another level. Not only that, but I was thinking of making 3 kinds. One with 100% bloody hornbull meat, one with 100% orc general meat, and one with an even mix of both. First, chop the onions up finely. Then make the base of the cutlet. The base is similar to the hamburg steak, but this time I was thinking of using raw panko since I had in mind the kind of hamburg steak cutlet that was served in stores. So I'll buy more of the breadcrumbs with my skill since I don't have enough. I'll also make sure to buy some premium canned beer since it will definitely go great with freshly fried hamburg steak cutlet. First, the mixed meat cutlet. To make the base of the hamburg steak cutlet, first steep a small amount of raw panko in some milk. Then mix in the meat, finely chopped onions, an egg, and salt and pepper until it starts feeling sticky. Mold the base into a flat, round shape. Since I can't be expected to eat regular-sized hamburg steak cutlets over and over, I'll make my portion a little smaller. Like this, I'll be able to eat and compare all 3 types. Take the base and fully dip into wheat flour, beaten egg wash, and raw breadcrumbs in that order before frying it in oil to a crisp. Oh man, it's frying up nicely. Looks delicious. I'll do a taste test. I took a bite without adding anything to the cutlet. How juicy. The meat juices came pouring out. It tasted good and fresh, and it was even crispier than normal thanks to the raw panko. It was a simple cutlet without any sauce or anything on it, but it worked well since it was freshly made. Hey, what are you doing eating on your own? Give me some too. Sure, just wait a minute. Here you go. First is the mixed meat cutlet. It's a mix of bloody hornbull and orc general meat. Be careful, it's hot. Oh, this is hot, but delicious. The meat juices come flooding out from inside. It's true, this is great. The 2 of them put down their plain cutlet in a single gulp. Next, try it with sauce on top. I really recommended this cutlet with sauce. Oh, with this black stuff on top, the dish reaches a new level of tastiness. Yeah. It looked like the 2 of them prefer it with sauce. Then I'll get to making a whole ton of this stuff, I guess. I steadily fried up more and more cutlets of all 3 kinds. Mixed meat, 100% bloody hornbull, and 100% orc general. This is bloody hornbull hamburg steak cutlet, and this is orc general hamburg steak cutlet. The 2 of them wolfed the food down. There's 3 types, and which ones did you guys like best? All of them are good, but I prefer this one with just the bloody hornbull. Stewie also thinks they're all tasty, but this one is the best, Stewie thinks. Stewie said, pointing a tentacle at the orc general cutlet. I see, I prefer the mixed meat cutlet, I think. So the 3 of us splendidly split our preferences amongst the 3 different types, huh? Why? All of them are delicious. Is it not fine to just make all the types? This is good, so I wouldn't want you to make more. Stewie also wants to eat it again. He says that it's fine to just make all 3 kinds, but I'm the one spending the effort. Well, it's true that all 3 are good. I don't mind making it again. Ooh, Stewie's so full. Indeed, I am too. Leave aside one of the mixed meat cutlets and reserve the meat. The rest, there. Now then, let's enjoy this last one slowly. And... beer is amazing. Nope. I took a bite of the fresh minced meat cutlet, this time with some sauce on it. It's amazingly tasty with the flavor of meat juice. Or flood of meat juice, sorry. After swallowing the cutlet, I promptly had a gulp of beer. Whew, that's good. That's just the best. I leisurely enjoyed the collaboration between the cutlet and the beer. Entering the Adventurers Guild, I saw the Guildmaster and his employees, adventurers, and for some reason the Knight Captain from a while back wearing a full plate. Oh, so you're fine. The Guildmaster approached at speed. Yes, I'm fine. The wyverns are all dead too, isn't that right, Phil? Indeed, there were no signs of other wyverns, so that was probably it. So he says. As soon as I said that, there was a cry raised that shook the ground. Yeah! The adventurers celebrated, patting each other on the back. It's fine that they're celebrating since the danger had passed. Well, is it really that big a deal? Yes. Man, you guys were taking your sweet time coming back, so there were guys here saying things like, even if he's a Fenrir, isn't it too much to be taking on a flight of wyverns on by himself? It's probably because you guys took so long eating. That's probably why. If you guys had come back straight back after doing it, y'all would have been freaking out. The guys here were all pretty worried. I thought it would be fine, but I admit I got some cold shoulders as time dragged on. So the Guildmaster explained. I see. I mean, the wyvern extermination itself didn't take that much time. It was the meal after. I can't tell him it's because we ate afterward. As if I would ever be beaten by a wyvern. We were late because we had a meal. Why did you say that? He just said don't say that. Wait, Fel, you can't just say that. Eating a meal? No, Can everyone not stare at us with such dubious expressions? Suey jumped out of my bag and started bouncing around me excitedly. Today's food was super duper good. Indeed, today's meal was a treat. No, you guys. Try to read the root mood a bit. Also, Suey, you're using telepathy, so the only ones that can hear you are Fel and I. What do I even do about this weird atmosphere? Well, talking here is a bit... Let's just go to my room. The captain should come too. Yeah, the captain hastily followed after the guildmaster and left the room. In the guildmaster's room, the guildmaster was sat across from me and the night captain next to me. First off, we thank you for saving the city. The guildmaster bowed his head as he talked. I will also give my thanks. Normally my Knight Brigade and the Adventurers Guild would join forces to subjugate them, but you gallantly stepped forward instead. Truly, I am grateful. The Knight Captain also bowed his head. No, I wasn't the one who did it. Fel and Suey were. I understand Fel, but that slime too? It looks like that slime has power far beyond what its appearance suggests. The guildmaster was looking at Suey, who was staying quiet on my lap as he talked. Yes, Suey is unique and quite strong. I see. I suppose it must be true coming from you. I'm grateful for your extermination of the wyverns. The guildmaster said toward Fel and Suey. Fel lay down on the ground without hesitation, and Suey jiggled in response. So, how many wyverns were there? There were 13 in total. 13? Both the guildmaster and the Knight Captain had put on stern faces at my response. To think that there were 13 of them. If the Knight Brigade and adventurers were to try and take them on, half of us would have died. I don't think it would be just half, Guildmaster. We might even have been wiped out if we were unlucky. Yeah. Really? That bad? Fel and Suey beheaded the wyverns with ease, so I didn't think it would be that serious. You're kind of getting, I guess you'd say eye blind? Like how people get nose blind when their sense of smell gets used to something. You're getting used to the fact that Fel and Suey are so strong that you're kind of thinking this is a little bit too normal. When it's not. Though when I was attacked at the very end, I got scared out of my wits as well. So that means we were lucky, weren't we? It would appear so, Guildmaster, but still, we shouldn't just rely on luck. Since we don't know where or when something like this will happen. Agreed. Part of the reason is because this town is peaceful, but it seems like my knights have been slacking slightly. There are people who were scared at the mention of wyverns, and even more who were clearly relieved when we heard that Sir Makoto went to defeat them on his own. My adventurers were the same. I've decided I'll retrain my knights from scratch, and I'll make them into fine knights who are able to deal with any situation if and when it comes. That's a good idea. I'm also taking another look at our guild's point system. You can't really call them real adventurers if they just gather up points to rank up after all. I'll also have to make them suffer a bit more so we can grow the numbers of decent adventurers. Those two are making kind of dangerous faces over there. You guys are scary, you know that? Also, knights and adventurers, I'm sorry. I'm not really too sure what's going on, but it looks like the knights will all be worked like pack mules, and the guildmaster said that he'd reconsider the point system, so adventurers will probably find it a lot harder to rank up than before. Do your best. I'm rooting for you all. I want to go home. Oh, sorry, we've been having a conversation on our own, so then you brought back the wyvern bodies, did you? Yes, of course. How badly are they damaged? Damaged? Both Fel and Suey beheaded them cleanly, so they shouldn't be too much of that, I think. They were all cleanly beheaded, so I don't think they're too damaged, but the wyverns were beheaded? Amazing. Indeed, doing damage to wyverns who have a resistance to magic is hard even for mithril swords. Both the guildmaster and the knight captain were surprised, but I guess that would be the thing to be surprised at. Both Fel and Suey were just doing it like it was a breeze. Like it was a breeze, though. So then, are you going to be selling the materials to us? Yes, other than the meat of that is. I see, then for now, let's move to the storehouse. Then I will be excusing myself here. I'll need to start re-educating my knights immediately, you see. Once again, I truly thank you, Sir Makoto. The Knight Commander left those words behind before returning to his brigade's office. Don't die, all you knights! As for the guildmaster and I, we moved to the usual storehouse. It's in good shape. Yeah, it looks like we'll be getting good materials out of them. There's 13 wyverns in all, so there should be another 12 exactly like this one. Said the guildmaster to his friend, Old Man Johan, while slapping the side of the only wyvern that I had released from my item box for the moment. 13? That's a little... It's too much to fit in the storehouse all at once, so if you're asking me to take care of them all in one go, it'll be impossible. Yeah, I expected as much. If that's the case, let's split them into 2 loads. That would be the only way, so we can do 7 of them now, and when that's finished, the rest of them. Is that okay? Yeah, are you fine with that? The guildmaster who'd been talking to Johan suddenly turned the conversation to me. Yeah, you guys are talking about splitting the load, right? It's fine with that. By the way, I need to ask you, are you planning on selling us all the wyvern materials? Yes, just like usual, everything but the meat. I see. But we can't handle this large an amount of wyvern materials, even though I really want to, seeing how much profit we could stand to gain. Apparently, the usable parts of the S-ranked wyvern were not only its meat, but of course its hide, fangs, poison sac, poison needle, and magic stones. So leaving the meat aside, buying 13 wyverns worth of materials will be too much for the guild money-wise. We'll handle butchering the 13 wyverns for free. As for the materials, would you let us just buy all the fangs, poison sacs, and poison needles, but only 5 each of their hides and magic stones? They're butchering the meat for free, and I'm not in all trouble for money, so I don't really see a problem with that at all. Yeah, that's fine. I see, thanks. But man, you're just piling up money, aren't you? With this sale alone, you'll be getting more than 2,500 gold, probably. More than 2,500 gold? Wyverns are S-ranked monsters, right? So their materials are just as valuable. Their hides and magic stones are especially expensive. Apparently their hides were thin and tough, and light on top of having magic resistance, so they were perfect for making mantles out of. Although those mantles were all expensive enough to make my eyes fly right out of my head, and it seemed that their magic stones were always fairly big, so there was no end of demand for them. Thanks to you, this guild's seeing its largest profits since its inception, but even for us, it's impossible to handle 13 wyverns. You can just sell the rest of the hides and magic stones to guilds in other towns whenever you find it convenient. I see, guilds in other towns, huh? We'll probably be leaving this town eventually, so I'll just have another town's guild buy them when that happens. Since me keeping them would only be a waste. Oh, but having a mantle made for myself might be nice. Since I only had the one I bought before made out of old rags, maybe I'll ask Lambert about it since it's about hides. He might even already handle mantles, and if he does it, he probably knows someone who does. Hey, can you take out the other 6 wyverns now? Having gotten that prompt from old man Johan, I released the other 6 wyverns. Let's see, this will take 3 days, not counting today, Guildmaster. I'll be taking out the mithril knife for this one. I know. Now that I think about it, it's been a while since that thing's seen use. Apparently, butchering a wyvern was impossible without a mithril knife, since they resisted magic. And it seemed that since that mithril knife was made out of precious mithril, the Guildmaster usually kept it safekeeping. Butchering wyverns seems really tough. At least for now, they'll take care of all the wyverns for me. Oh, whoops, I almost forgot. I haven't given them the mithril lizard yet. Guildmaster, I still have to give you the mithril lizard that we forgot about because of the wyverns. Oh, right. I also forgot. Man, that would have been bad if I gave you all that money and never got the lizard. I brought the mithril lizard out from my item box. It's magnificent every time I see it. Agreed. Both the Guildmaster's and Old Man Johan's eyes were glued onto the mithril lizard. Well then, I'll be back in 3 days, and I'll drop off the rest of the wyverns then. Yeah, got it. We were really saved by you being here today. If there's anything bothering you, I'll help you out anytime. Just say the word, said the Guildmaster as he slapped my shoulder. Wait, that hurt, Guildmaster. Damn it, that old geezer's way too powerful for his age. Now then, let's go home. I've got more money now, so tomorrow I'll look at some bathtubs. And if I like one, I'll go ahead and buy it. Okay, I'm gonna have to end this one off here. I will get to work on everything, and I will see you guys in the next video.